Hello. Hello. And, to a certain extent, hello. Hello, Chib. Hello, Doc. Hello, Christy. How are we all doing? How's your arm, Christy? Is it alright? Is that good? Is everybody having a good week? Start to the week? Is it Tuesday? Is it really Tuesday? What happened to Monday? I don't remember there being a Monday. There probably was. I just don't remember it. So, you know, these things happen. Are we alright? We all good? It's nearly Sproul. I know. Some woe. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. It's a mixture of spring and April. It's fine. Yeah. Thanks, you're alright. Good. Make sure to rest up and all that. So, yeah. Welcome back. Today you found out you make the same happy chib noise, happy chib noise, when you get shot to bits in a certain video game as when you spill garlic sauce on your sock. To be honest, I would be more surprised if you said you already knew that. If that was just a common occurrence. Is that what sprill is? Is that when you spill sauce or something? I don't know. So this is a time for spilling. Either way, send my condolences to your sock and to the garlic sauce that you spilled, because it's a shame to lose sauce. You're not having incorrectly printed calendars a damn smart weather. Hot garlic sauce? Hopefully not. That probably wouldn't have been the same happy chib noise. Would have been exhilarated chib noise. No, cold. It fell out the fridge. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess it could have been worse if it was in a jar and it just thunk landed on your foot. This is not how I expected this stream to start. Then again, I have no idea what I can expect of these streams, so that seems absolutely fair. Yeah. Well, my condolences. My condolements. There's almost a joke there. It's going to take some time. As if feces weren't smelly enough. Yeah, exactly. A different kind of smelly. Yeah, hopefully your foot's alright, and hopefully you have a clean sock. Yeah. Welcome back to 16 Symbols. That's apparently what we're doing. Yeah, so let's just pop over to here. There we are. What happened? What happened? Just in general, nothing to do with the story. Just what happened. But in particular, what happened in the story. So this is, for those of you who may or may not know. No, for those of you who don't know. Those of you who do know, this is just a waste of time. But we are trying to follow a randomly generated plot. Here it is, which we're uncovering symbol by symbol. There are 16 of them. And we're trying to write a story that fits them. So far, the story so far, last week on 16 Symbols, we met our protagonist, Mo, and their familiar frog Flo. And yeah, they are traveling around the world, helping people out, doing nursey things, administering surprisingly advanced medicinal practices to the people around, and they've just returned home to Rossenberg, a place explicitly named just to annoy Chibi. And yeah, it's a nice pastoral town, pleasant place, and we come back and we meet a bunch of old friends. For it's been a long journey of helping people. It's an Oobs. Hi, an Oobs. Yeah, and we come back and we meet an old friend, Brad. He's the one in the middle, who is a baker. His last name's Baker. He comes from a long line of blacksmiths, and yeah, he ropes us in to try and help out at the bakery, where we meet Grandma Bonk, our mentor and possible god. We don't know that yet. Still hate that it's spelled like that. It's fine. Oobs appearing just as Jeeb is bullied, and it's how we can summon Oobs. It's not a nice way to summon Oobs, but it's that, or we mention Stephen Moffat. Barring, I guess, is Dark Cannot Spiel Day. What's the opposite of Muffrey's Law? You're calling out your own spelling and you're spelling wrong. Yeah, so we meet Grandma Bonk, who's our protege. Not protege, we're her protege. And, yeah, we find out that there's an illness going around the town, going around the village. And, yeah, that's happening. Some dark rituals you're mentioning, I know. Sherlock Series 4. I liked Series 4, Episode 3. My door just crashes in. Very correctly, probably because you're you're a bilingual bad English speller yourself. I mean, I'm a bad English speller and I'm monolingual, so you know. Yeah. But at least we now all know what a cuboid is, so that's good. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, Grandma Bonk. She told us about the illness that's going around the village, and a messenger came along to give us a message. Here they are. This is Gil, the messenger, who was also a bard, inexplicably. Where is Kajiro with the knives? Probably on the train. Well, I guess we'll find that out soon. And he gives us a message saying that there's somebody who's ill in town who wants to see us because they've just heard that we've just arrived. So we go and go see them, and they're ill. Oh no, bad illness. Who knows what this is? And apparently all of the medicine has just been brought up and is being stocked onto a train ready to be taken away. So we go to the train and we say, "Oh, we need some of the medicine. Can we buy some off you?" And the porter's like, "I don't know. I'm just putting it on the train. I'm not allowed to give it to anyone." And that's as far as we got. This cute. The cute little kid. English is dumb. You learn the word rectangular prism today and you're still mad about it. It's technically 2 words. It's a rectangular prism, as opposed to a triangular prism or a pentagonal prism. A prism is just when you take 2 shapes and then join them up with rectangles. 2 of the same shape, I should say. Yeah. It's just if you do it with rectangles and then you join it up with rectangles, you just got rectangles. So it's a cuboid. Yeah. Anyway, enough maths. We have a story to write. So this is as far as we got. We're not allowed to take the medicine, so what are we going to do? Who knows? I don't. I also made very quick avatars for Brad and Gil at the top. I inexplicably decided that Gil should have a greeny blue head because... cap, that's the word. Because I tried other brighter colours and they didn't work. So... so that's what I've got. Your headcanon can be different. So, yes. And Chris, hello. What? I'm here. Plot. So I guess we need another symbol because we're almost done with this first area. So it's over here. This is the last couple of symbols. I'm keeping track of what's going on over here on the overlay. Yeah. So what's the next one? Anyone want to take a guess? Theoretically, it could be anything. Didn't realize you did the outlines in the Ed, Edd and Eddy style. I did. Can't remember why. I think it was just for fun. Character death. Character death should be an uncommon one, but you never know. I'm sure there's going to be at least one. Right, what do we got? We have... let's take a glimpse. Okay, it's not a square. It's a circle, so it's something to do with characters. Mambo Jambo. It's not Mambo Jambo by the looks of it. It is... oh, what a surprise! We meet some new characters. So we're going to meet someone on the train. Is this where we're going to meet Stoker Friend? I hope we're going to meet Stoker Friend. Right, so this is... called it. Oh, neat. Hopefully it updates. I think I fixed the bug. It takes about 5 seconds. There it is. Wonderful. Stoker Friend and Train Dads. Oh yeah, Train Dads. Forgot about them. Yeah, you can meet as many people as you want in these symbols. So, yeah, let's... so I guess we hop on the train, yeah? I guess that's what we do at this point. I am not ready. I'm not set up. I'm bad at stream. I've only been doing this for 2 and a bit years. Where's... the microphone's too close. Skimble shanks the railway cat. I don't. I don't. That's probably the most concise the most concise way of telling that. I don't. Stoker, Rich and crew. Rich. We meet new friends for the rest of the adventure, huh? Gotta keep them alive. We're probably gonna meet a lot of people, but they don't necessarily have to be friends. Train dads who obviously adopted Stoker. Oh. So, okay, we're on a train. What happens? Story. How does the plot go? I don't know. We're crowdsourcing story. I've drawn a line. Well, line is generous. I guess my assumption would be that we have gone on the train to try and find somebody to buy the medicine from, or to get the medicine from if they're feeling generous. Is it bad boy times? I mean, presumably we're going to have a boss at some point, so there's got to be a bad person at some point. If we love them, one or more will have to die later for dramatic and story-driving reasons. Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe we just think they die. Right. However, the death symbol means death, so if they die in that, we can't bring them back. Well, we could resurrect them, but they can't be fake. So yeah, I don't know. Drawing. There's boxes here. Our train dad's nice? Or is one nice and one grumpy? There's a box. There's some boxes piled up and stuff. Definitely in perspective. Don't worry about it. Shading. Posture. Maybe we're like, you know, hiding behind the boxes to start. Because we're like, are we supposed to be on here? I don't know if we're supposed to be on here. Does the train pull away while we're in it? One is asking for Mo's ticket. Is this a passenger train? Are we supposed to have tickets, or is that just their joke? That's one of the dad jokes. Whenever they see somebody on the train, like, ticket please. This isn't a passenger ticket. The passenger train. Well, I've drawn them like this now, so this is what we got. How do you draw? I've been told it's a thing people can do. I'm not so sure myself. I think it's a myth. Drawing Brad's hair is weird. Also, if you're doing a style where the noses aren't particularly prominent, how do you draw people from the side? I don't know. There's Brad. And the first character death is going to be the one who needed medicine. Off screen, somewhere. It just happens. We never go back to this town. Trying to draw Brad's hair and it sure is something. Yeah, it is. I'm glad I designed it like that. Hooray for me. You should have stopped me. I blame you. All of you. That's a weird way to draw a frog. It's a magical frog, it's fine. It's very anime. I think that was the idea. It was, hey, let's have an anime protagonist who isn't the protagonist. Focusing on all the important things here. It's boats with sails from the side. It's a thing. Anyway, drawing things. Okay, so we meet train dads, presumably. I guess they're nice. I guess they're not immediately hostile, but this isn't a boss fight. Well, who knows what the last symbol is? Maybe it is. And we explain our situation, perhaps, but they can't help because they also don't. They just drive the train. They're not in charge of the cargo. So here we have backpack. Got my backpack. Still haven't taken that off. She's got a quarterstaff broom ready. I did like. I was thinking the other day. I like the idea that the reason she carries a broom as a weapon is because she's just used to Grandma Bonk constantly bonking her with a broom, and she's just basically grown up thinking that brooms can be used as weapons. But that's just a thing, and it isn't. It's just Grandma Bonk. But now it is because two people do it. Why are they in cargo? I'm guessing well, they want to get the medicine that's on here, right? For the person in the village. And this is just where they got on, because I don't know. That's where they got on. The idea of the first fight being train dads is very funny. Yeah, it could be. I guess I've got to get a picture of train dads up so I draw them properly. Oh, why are they in cargo? They're making sure everything's strapped down so that when the train starts moving, it's not going to all crash around, I guess. Checking on the cargo. Make sure it's not going to slide around and stuff. Loaf is in here. This train has a 4-person crew, then Stoker, Richard, Grumpdad, and Chilldad. It might have more. I mean, presumably it's got the porter as well. Maybe that's who we fight. We don't know there's going to be a fight yet. I want it to be a boss rush. So we're going to do a bunch of fights. So yeah, we're here. I think you're in a long sleeve thing. It's fine. It's the thing. Okay. Let's get train dads. Oh good, Cats is here. I believe I remember seeing a little bit of the Skimbleshank sequence from the film. And it was weird. But what am I doing? Right, train dads, train dads, train dads, train dads, train dads with mushrooms, corgis, train dads with mushrooms, more corgis, train dads. There they are. There's the train dads. So for reference, Discord is not being nice to me. Here we go. For reference, it just zoomed in on train dad number 1. Can I zoom out, please? Thank you. Here is here's Train Dads by Cheebs. Train Dads by Cheebs. Yeah. I'm doing okay. It's technology. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So I now have to draw Train Dads by Cheebs. Wow, and that was the best part of the film. Well, don't hold out much hope of me liking it then. They're quite big. Blip, blip. I'm guessing this is the one that's cracking the joke. No one likes that movie, but Skimbleshanks objectively did slap more than the rest of the movie, which isn't saying a lot. The stage show does actually slap, though. Good for that. I've heard that it's something. I've heard that it's entirely spectacle over story, which is probably not my cup of tea, but hey, everyone has different tastes. Insert picture of Moffat. I feel bad that the only time I mention Stephen Moffat is when Oobs is in chat. I have no real interest in most of his work. You're being provoked. I've mentioned Moffat without Oobs in chat. I've done that with the anticipation that Oobs would just magically show up. Because I thought that's how it worked. Might be wrong. That's the incantation. Also, hi Miss, how you doing? We've just met train dads. Train dads. Oh, train dads. What? No? How your Twitch broke? Why do people's names change colour every time you reload? Because some people set their name colour and other people don't. And if you don't set your name colour, then it'll be random. So it depends on the person, basically. Now they're canon, which means you can draw them more. Yeah. The thing is, if we're going to keep getting this symbol, everybody can keep designing characters, and they're all going to turn up somewhere. I'm certainly not going to have to turn characters away. It's definitely not proportionally correct. It's fine. I've got another one to draw yet. Hello, you're good. You were doing some yoga so as not to put your foot through a wall. So I would expect you to do yoga so that you could reach to get the foot through the wall. Or you're trying to like tangle yourself up or something. Sorry, my brain just shut off for a moment, expecting to look for something, but there was nothing to find. Don't worry about it. Streaming, there's a lot of things to pay attention to when streaming. And you'd think I'd get used to it, but you're trying to get rid of a deep rage. I know what you meant. I was messing around. Hopefully we can give you some nice chill times here by continuing to write a story about a company engaging in medical extortion. That's good because you thought the stream crashed. It's fine. My brain's crashing, but hey, that's not new. What do people do with hands? I think that's something you have to work out before you can work out how to draw them. So I'm asking that question first. What do hands do, and then how do they work? This is almost a drawing. Spent far too long on it. I'm sure I'll get used to drawing them more as time goes on. Are these Chibi's new faves? These are Chibi's characters. Here are the origes by the Chibs. You know what? When I thought, you know what, that style I was using for Avon Vale, I'll use that for this. Why not? Because then that way, you'll have that sort of cutesy fantasy look. I neglected to realise I hadn't actually drawn it for bloody ages, and I didn't know how to do it. The music sounds witchery. The music, as always, is provided by the excellent Adrian von Ziegler. This is from his 2 Hours of Celtic Music Part 3. Do train dads have names? I don't know. I'm assuming that's Chib's territory. I used to have a beard like this. That's not how shoulders work. Again, shoulders. What are they? This character is buried in the floor, apparently. Names should never be your territory. Okay, then Friedrich and Clyde. I don't know. Jim and Cornelius. Corny for short, to annoy him. I was going to assume that corny would be that one, but it's better that it's that one. Corned beef for long, also to annoy him. Oh no, we've got another beef. Another draw through with a beef character. Who'd have thought that would come back? Yeah, it's got strap trousers. Zip, zip. Well, here's an approximation of the train dads. Your horse in Breath of the Wild is named Beef, because he's always beefing. No. For some reason, this character is buried in the floor, apparently, really made you laugh. I'm glad. You have sheets of names because of RPGs, you are prepared. Is corned beef on that list? If not, I consider it incomplete. Thanks for this approximation of the train dads. It's I was gonna say it's the best I can do at the moment, but I don't think that's accurate. It's what I just did. There we go. That's so we meet the train dads who are here. Quick reminder, they're supposed to look like this. It's fine, don't worry about it. I ended up making the one on the left look like the lead singer of Creature Feature. Yes, under Goblin Dog Sci-Fi Tribals. Okay. Yeah, so we meet them, and presumably they ask what we're doing on the train after cracking some jokes. And we say, hey, we heard there's medicine on here, etc., etc. Let's cross over. Goblin Dog Sci-Fi Tribal. Yeah. At least a solid hour or so to draw them. You did it in 10 minutes. You're proud of me. Thank you. I believe it to be misplaced, but thank you. Yeah. So what happens? Also, Brad, your head doesn't make any sense. That's a bit better. Not much better, but a bit better. Things. I'm giving the knife emote. Oh yeah, I need to make a knife, don't I? Need to make a knife for the channel. So we've met them. Do we also meet Stoker and Robot Friend, who might not be a friend, who might be a boss? Do we meet them as well? We might as well, because I don't know when that symbol's going to show up again, and I want to meet Stoker. I don't even know if they have a name. Just keep calling them Stoker. Also, I forgot to put flour on Brad's face in the avatar, and I remembered today, and that was annoying. Let's meet Stoker and Robot. Okay, I got to draw Stoker and Robot Friend. What does Stoker look like again? He's hiding behind a box as well, because he's meant to be Stoker in. But he's intrigued as to what all the ruckus is about. Yeah, it's got goggles and stuff. Yeah, Goggles, messy hair, coal on his head. I forgot coal sits on his head. Also, train dad familiars. What's going on there? Again, like I'm properly embracing the fact that I decided to make a world in which every single character has an animal associated with it. or a piece of coal. Exudes baby team energy. Oh, what's going on here? Lots of knives. Hook, katana, knife, dagger, club. Good. You have a whole adventuring party's worth of emotes. Now write an adventuring story for your That's train that's familiar is the train. I need to get up my pictures of things so that I remember how I've drawn this character. Okay, cool. We're good. Bigger eyes. Everyone's on tiptoes. So great and grand. Also mod anytime someone says Kiro, yeah. I love your stream yesterday. I come in and say 2 sentences, one of which is literally contains the word shit, and another of which is just hi Kiro. Guess which one gets auto modded? Hi Kiro, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't notice you before. We know someone on the train has a goose familiar, do we? Oh yeah, there's one. No, did we? Was there one that I was acting as the whistle or something? Can't remember. Love the slow friend. This is Stoker. Or whatever their name is. I call them Stoker. Are we going to go like entirely nominative determinism here? Where the baker is called Baker, the Stoker's called Stoker. It works, you fixed the Kiro Automod thing. Yay! Kiro can be praised in public. Someone has a goose familiar because the train's whistle is a goose, yes. Okay, cool. No bonking? I mean, bonking I'm sure is still going to happen, but yeah. I guess I've also got to draw a robot friend. I'm not sure what they're doing here, or what they look like. So, let's go. This is one symbol. We managed to get 5 symbols done last time. This is 1. You misheard that for a sec, as the train is a goose. I mean, I drew a pretty bad train during the 0th stream. So we might just replace it with a goose. It's entirely plausible. It's a fantasy world, you can do what you like. You immediately had to draw 6 characters, I think it's fine. That's fine. Ghibli has cat bus. Exactly, we have Goose Train. I'm not drawing Goose Train. Oh, Kajiro is also on here. We meet Kajiro. Whereas they're not, I don't have space. But we will meet Kajiro. Okay. Robot. How do train robot? I want a more, you know, industrial look to the robot rather than it being particularly science fiction-y. I have a soft spot for robots that is, you know, I mean, we could just like, we can do this. We wanted like a big old like robot moustache, didn't we? Like that, and he's got like it's riveted on. I think that was something we said. They're hiding in a box, ready to stab. How about like... May or may not have a boiler in his head. It's fine, don't worry about it. It may or may not also be a boiler. With tiny legs. I don't know, how do you draw a robot? Ribbit moustache, overalls, monocle. We'll do a monocle. There's no eye here. But it's there. It reminds you where his face is. Before the party gets caught, they just walk past the box and hear, "You want a knife?" You want a knife? What you buying? How about sort of like some more sort of... I'm trying to think how to do like hair, as it were. The familiars like stands, or more? They're more companions, yeah. You develop a rapport with an animal over the course of your usually young life, and then they stick around and they become companions. How about we just dispense with that? Have it coming out the top, but it's just a hat. This is also made of metal. Look, this wasn't what I envisaged either, but it's what we've got. Animal, or just a piece of coal with a smiley face on it. Exactly. Because it's a magical thing. Usually it's an animal, but if on the occasion that the person hasn't seen many animals and has just seen lumps of coal, then a lump of coal will do. And the magic that extends the life of the familiar is turned into something that creates life. Come back to this chap. Look at this friend. This is Steamsworth. I don't know. What if a person grew up in jail without anything? There'd probably be a stone or something. I don't know, pent up magical energy? Something will burst? Presumably not them. Presumably, like, you know. There's not a thought experiment I'd really tried. No, I know you like this. What you'll get is you'll get somebody who has inherent magical powers, like the ability to hypnotize anybody at their will and take control of the prison that they're in, and as a consequence go around the world and cause havoc for the brothers who put you in prison in the first place. How about that? Is that a good explanation? Is that a thing that could happen? I feel like I'm being cruel. Super dark, you love it. Fantastic. I don't think she's noticed I was describing Sherlock. How do you draw a robot? How do you draw a steampunk robot? How you figure all the steampunk stuff works is that I have a rune-infused battery that stores the energy just so they can function for longer. Can't make one big enough for the trains or big enough devices yet as they explode. I just imagine it was coal-powered. Don't know, Chris, you seem to be doing it. Yeah, what's it? I don't know. Want more distinctive shapes. Tiny legs. That actually works quite well. Taller. No, it's taller or stouter? I don't know. Like really thin legs, but like that. Gotta be weird. Bold of you to assume you haven't bleached Sherlock from your mind. That's an appropriate reaction. Can Sir Steamsworth bake bread in one of his body rooms? He can burn it. That's like the idea. He has very long arms. Also a cup of tea. Looks like he's gonna have a cup of tea hanging around. Oops. Parsnip Sherlock draw through. Oh no, I only deal with things that have sensible stories like Final Fantasy VIII. There's like some bits going in there and
Pass lock draw thruff.
draw thruff. Thank you, Hazel. Oh, you try. Can't mock too much. I was made my own mistakes this stream. Gun to your head, you couldn't retell any of the eps. To be honest, neither could I. I remember bits. Like there was an aquarium in one of them. There was a planetarium in one of them. One of them was to do with a phone. Parsnip Good Omens draw thruff. Again, I haven't watched Good Omens. I pretty much know the story of Crowley and Aziraphale at this point, but that's it. Because that's as far as I care. That's all I need to know. You can, but you loved it a lot and only the first season. That's fair. Did I ever tell you about the terrible idea I had for rebooting Poirot, but he was a hipster? Is that a thing? I wanted to make a terrible modern version like Sherlock. It's like, how can I ruin Poirot? And to be fair, he is a hipster. Miss Good Omens draw thruff? Yes, please. That's just elementary. Yeah, kinda. There's a lot of terrible versions. The problem is, right, is the Jeremy Brett Sherlock stories are basically definitive. Like, if you want the original stories in a visual format, Jeremy Brett's got you. Granada, already done it. So every single other version that comes along has to do its own thing. They have to make themselves unique some way. So you get Elementary, like a American procedural. You get whatever the hell Sherlock was. You get whatever on earth what's his name? I was going to say the word comedian. I'm not entirely sure that's correct. Will Ferrell. The Will Ferrell one was about. I also get the action ones, the Robert Downey Jr. Guy Ritchie, did he do one? Oh, did he do the Robert Downey Jr. ones? That kind of makes sense. Either way, they all have to have their own like unique flair, and the problem is that Sherlock Holmes is quite a boring character. So any flair you add makes them not like Sherlock Holmes. Will Ferrell, I think, was it Will Ferrell? Will Ferrell, Sherlock Holmes. The Holmes and Watson, yeah, 2018. According to Rotten Tomatoes, it has 10% or a 25% audience score. So it wasn't received great. But you know, point being, you got to try something different. So like, if you wanted to do another Poirot, because let's face it, David Suchet is Poirot, how are you going to do it? So I thought hipster, perfect. He's got the wax moustache, he's very snooty about coffee. It's perfect. Anyway, what's going on with this story? Speaking of things that don't make any sense, what's happening here? So everyone's here for the party. I imagine he's got that big old puffy trousers around his tiny legs. Any Sherlock stuff that doesn't portray Watson as just a bumbling sidekick is good. Yeah, I mean that's what Hastings is for, right? Wow, that did bad. I only know of it because of how bad it was. Apparently. Try not to pass judgment on things I haven't seen myself. And even then, my judgment is terrible. Right, there we go. We've got new characters. Train Dad, Stoker, what was his name? Steamsworth? Smokesworth? What was it called? Someone said it. Who said what in the thing? Steamsworth. Okay, cool, Steamsworth. Sir Steamsworth to you. There's two of you correcting. Sorry. My apologies. I need to know my station. That's definitely one of Train Dad's jokes. So, are you regretting putting Train Dad in the story now? Train Dad short and Train Dad tall. Imagine somebody growing up with the Dark Shadows of familiar because they had nothing, but then as they go through character development, the shadow grows into something tangible. That's a good villain story. You just made yourself sad. Oh. That could be nice. Yeah, so this is a thing. Here's a colourful cast of characters. Also Kajira, who's here. Yes. There's the blankets. That's the eyes. I'm here with knives. Yeah. Just a little bit of hair. Also there's the cat. No good character development like through healing. Yeah. You're not regretting putting Train Dads out there in the world so you have a character to make bad puns through. Can I call them vicarious? So, oh yeah. Kajira's small, apparently. Yeah. So, we're here. Mo's small as well. I didn't realise how small I drew Mo. Keep accidentally drawing lines. Vic Arias. It'd be suitable that his name is a pun. Yeah. So that's happening. Mo gets smaller with every drawing. Possibly. Also, we thought Brad was big. Tall Train Dad is slightly bigger, slightly taller. I think everyone in this thing, or is it just a perspective thing? Maybe it's just a perspective thing. Let me flatten this. Get rid of this perspective. Oop. Stoker is tiny boy, absolutely. Yeah. So we meet the new characters. and they talk about being on the train and how we're not supposed to be being on the train. Or maybe they're like, you know, okay, we understand your position, but, you know, you need to get off the train. And then Sir Steamsworth comes along and goes, is there somebody on the train? I must evacuate you immediately. Stoker has no shoes. Apparently not. I thought it made sense that he wouldn't have shoes. It's very warm. It's very, very hot in the coal shoveling room. He works with hot coal, and it's hot. Do you want him to wear flip-flops? I can put him in flip-flops. Who knows them? They're purely decorative. There's something about the word decorative where it doesn't feel right until you put the word purely in front of it. Purely decorative. Crocs or nothing. I'm not drawing Crocs, oh my god. Having to keep that up all the way through the draw through. It's gonna get fantasy tetanus. My brain is trying to make a pun about magic and tetanus, and all I can see is the word tetanus has the word anus in it. There's nothing I can do. Crocs or nothing. They're nothing. Thanks for making up my mind, miss. Right, cool. What are we doing? So, I guess next thing, right? Sorry, I just saw what was in Discord. Right, so I guess we see what the last symbol is to work out how this story resolves, right? Anyone want to place bets? Last symbol of this location. Presumably the train is going to leave regardless. Did someone confess love? I don't think so. They're going to super hell. That highbrow British humour. It's not British humour, but my brain just got stuck noticing it. I'm like, I can't make a pun while that word is in the way. Yeah, I'm gonna guess boss fight. That's my guess. Feels apt to have a boss fight at the end. Honestly, Chris. Somebody's going to chat hell. We'll find out. I bet it's mystical mumbo jumbo. I bet we're gonna have to work out some sort of nonsense. Well, let's see. Not a square. Is this how I'm gonna be revealing these this time? Oh, it's another character thing. Okay, well. But what colour? It's... Oh, someone joins the party. Stoker. Okay, Stoker's joining the party. It's fine. Bloody hell. I'm glad I already made their avatar, so... Should have guessed, really. Should have guessed. I wanted it to be a boss. I'm sure we'll get a boss soon. Right. Ah, there we go. 2 for 2. That's that symbol sold. Yes, exactly. Frame Man did not like that. Whew. Frame Man is angry. My word. This happened at the same time as it did, yes, last Sunday. I know how time works. Yeah, we dropped 600 frames there. Frame Man, frame me a man. Frame Man joined the party. Hooray! Okay, so presumably it's just Stoker. I'm presuming Train Dads don't join, or Steamsworth. Am I gonna have to draw Steamsworth? Also, technically, Gil's in our party at this point, so I guess he's on the train as well. He's off screen. Oh, sorry, they're off screen. I assume fungi don't have gender. So what's the story? We go, you know, maybe Train Dad's like, well, we're not in charge of the cargo, but, you know, if you want to get some, I'm sure the person who is accompanying this to its destination is on the train somewhere. Tell you what, Stoker will show you the way. They know the train inside out. And yeah, Maybe that's how they join. I don't know. Train dads don't join the party. They're just there for moral support and jokes. I feel bad for not giving the other one any personality. They haven't said anything. They're there to clarify what the first person said, but in non-pun form. Sudden whistle. I see. And now I'm imagining that guy from Deadly Premonition. The person who pushes around the guy in the wheelchair and interprets everything they say. So says Mr. So-and-so. That's a dark turn of phrase now that the train is a goose. The train is not a goose. It has a goose on it. They're there to groan at puns, yeah. They're just eyes are just perpetually rolling. And that's how they get the energies for the train to move. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. You look at me as if I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so do we have a name for this character? Because I'm just... You know, their avatar's called Stoker, but then again, Mo's avatar's called Worse, so... That doesn't have to be the case. Stoker has joined. We now have flour and soot. Flour, soot, mushroom, and more mushroom. Two lots of mushrooms, and flour and soot. It's like 2 pints of lager, I guess. No, flour, soot, and 2 sets of mushrooms. It's like lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels. Got it. Cool. This is a Guy Ritchie film. It's a horrible meal. Yeah, I know. I mean, Brad and Stoker do have a bit of a similar expression going on. Their eyes locked across the room. They're like, do you not know what's going on either? So like the idea that whenever anyone asks or they try and say their name, something happens. Oh yes, I forgot about that. Yeah. So they have a name, but it's just like, you know, there's always a loud noise whenever someone tries to say it. Yeah, I'm good with that. Inaudible, yes. 2 boys, both no thought, head empty. Yeah. So they're just Stoker. Yeah. We'll stick with Stoker. Why not? Careless whispers playing in the background. Alas. My knowledge of things that I probably should know is failing me. Normal people would say, I don't know what that is. But, you know, normal people don't waste other people's time. So... Train noises joins the party, yeah. We'll find out just before death, leaving end of draw through. Probably. Or maybe not. Maybe it is the utterance of this character's name that will rend asunder the universe. Bram Stoker. I like the idea of Bram. Who's called Bram? I've never heard anyone else called Bram apart from Bram Stoker. Their name is MacGuffin. No, we haven't got a MacGuffin yet. So I guess technically their name can't be something that will render the universe asunder, because that would be a MacGuffin, and we didn't pick up a MacGuffin, so... Bram is such a normal name in the Netherlands. Is it? I didn't know that. Your cousin. Ah, see, there you go. You learn something new every day. It's just me being ignorant. That makes sense. Oh, it's George Michael. Okay, cool. I know that font. I recognise that font. Anyway, Bram is a nice name. That's a nice name. I just suddenly thought I don't know any other person called Bram except Bram Stoker. Oh, it's not pronounced Bram, but Bram. Ah, Bram Stoker. Yeah. Bram. Bram. Do you know Bram does kind of fit this character, because like Bram sounds onomatopoeic. It's like bang. So it sounds like there's going to be bam, bang, something. Sorry, I did the voice again. I know you don't like that voice. Oh, Bram. Bram. It's closer than Bream. Bream? Or Broom? First one that comes to mind is a character from LOL. I don't know anything about LOL. So, oh, I dropped my pen. Ah, this is so productive a stream. I've drawn one picture. Right. So that's happened, and presumably the train is now moving because we're now going to a different location. So, and we're going to work out whether it's a friendly location or a bad location. So yeah, Stoker joins the party. We now travel through the train for the purposes of trying to find somebody to buy or get medicine from. The train is definitely moving. Who's that? Moustache guy. Bram! Oh. Honk honk, all aboard. Indeed. Yeah, okay. I guess that's that. A character joining our party, not much else happens. Okay, so we have a 4-person party now. We have Mo and Flo. We have Brad and Loaf. We have Gil. And we have Stoker and Cole Friend. Do we know Cole Friend's name? I like the idea that we know Cole Friend's name, but not Stoker. Honk. Also, presumably both train dads have their own familiars. So one of them has a goose. I don't know what's going on with the other one. Colin the Cole. It can't be anything particularly imaginative because Stoker came up with it. So well, I guess Colin makes it. Didn't we talk about this in the first stream? Sorry, the 0th stream. Possibly. I should draw something. So, I guess we go to the next location, right? Colin. No, wait, maybe not. Why not? Is there anus in there again? Pun Train Dad came up with the name. That seems fair, and Stoker doesn't get it. I mean, that's also true of Colin. In fact, it's more accurate with Colin than it is with Colin. Sorry, anybody called Colin. If it's any consolation, my name's Chris. Rhymes with piss. Didn't I know that in primary school? Stoker has no idea why it's funny. Yeah, he's just happy his friend has a name. Oh, love Stoker. Poor Chris just seeing anuses everywhere. It's a condition. No, sorry. Again, brain thought it had a pun. Snips, that works. I was trying to work hallucination into it somewhere, but hallucination, I guess. What's going on? Who? I don't know. Anyway, Stoker's cute. We've ascertained this. So this is Stoker. Since this is the first time they've appeared in the story, this is Stoker. Not actually Stoker, but train noises. This is Kurt. Colin. Sir Steamsworth. And these are the train dads. To be named. Hallucination? Honestly, just anucination would... yeah, anucination would work, probably. Hallucination? Hallucination. Oh dear. Sounds like a Roman senator. What was that thing of... Oh, Cornelius. I forgot about Cornelius. Yes, sorry. See, my brain. It's not working. This is Cornelius. Pending approval of Chippy, of course. And Jim. Wait, hang on. Are we having Jim? We've not long got over having Jims and Jimmies and Jens and Jessies and Jim or Jen. Corned beef in his fabulous vest. Let's not do Jim. Let's not. Okay. How about Midge? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Also, a frog standing up still looks weird. Don't think there's really anything I can do about that. Frog would be strange. Frog would be good. Hadn't actually thought about that. That's fully understandable. Although, but you say that, but you were trying to get somebody called Beef and somebody called Jim, so you're trying to put together the two Final Fantasy draw-throughs we've done. So just for the sake of argument. Did you draw a beak? It's just a Muppet. Honk. Just like the name Jim, how I've done ever since StarCraft. It's a nice name. My PhD supervisor was called Jim. Although he was one of these people who used their middle name as their first name, even though their first name was different. But you know, he was called Jim. That doesn't mean it was his forename. Honk indeed. Right, so moving on. Sorry, I keep forgetting to put things so you can see them rather than just go, okay, this is what we're doing. We're in the void, right? No. I hope their first name is different from their middle. Yeah, Jim Johnson. Jim Jiminy. No, don't call me by my first name, call me Jim. Imagine being named Jim. It's great. It's the sort of thing, like, you know, you go to college or university and you're desperate for people not to call you Jim, so you're just like, oh yeah, everyone calls me you know, cool guy. Everyone calls me the Slash or Macho. And then somebody works out that you're actually called Jim, and it's like, oh god. Jim Jimson from Jimson City. Jim James Jimson. Oh yes. Don't call me James. That was my father's name. Call me Jim. Love the Void. Void's good. If we ever do a draw through of Final Fantasy V. So yeah. Dan. There's somebody I follow on a podcast. He grew up in China, and his name was Dan, and everyone called him Dan. And I was like, it's a nice little nickname, whatever. And he went back there as an adult, and that is only then when he found out that Dan is slang for testicles. So he just had no idea that for his entire school life people were calling him balls. Anyway, story. We're going somewhere new. Place number 2. What's going to happen? Well, chances are, if this is a new place, it'd be annoying if it's not, but if it is a new place, we're going to have to work out whether it's friendly or not. So, let's find out. Richard and Dick. Yes, yeah. So, friendly or not friendly? Well, we'll find out with the colour. Is it green or red? Boom! It's friendly. We're great. Everything's grand. I'm glad I added a sort of scratch card thing in this. Okay, new friendly location. How many of these? There are 6 of them. Cool, I can do that. So we are, what's this? I need a slightly better system than this. It's all good. Refresh the side. Did I break it? Hopefully not. It's fine. Look at that. Perfect. Does a different compartment in the train count as a different location? I imagine maybe this is just like on the train. Like now we're exploring the train as a location, rather than just we hopped on a carriage. You know, we're not in the village anymore, Dorothy. So no, it's Toto, isn't it? Ah, bugger. So yeah, we're now on the train proper, and the train is not, you know, people aren't actively trying to attack us on the train. That's design a train. I will design the interior of a train. I don't mind. Okay, are we happy we're on a train, or have we moved somewhere else and we're getting off? Because that seems a bit weird that we're not doing anything about the medicine, I guess. Something went to plan. I mean, something didn't immediately break our plan. Train! Okay, train. Does that mean we need to work out what's actually happening on this train? Because we already know it's a train. I'm not drawing a train. Okay, so we're on a train. It's fine. What's going to happen on the train? Second symbol. Okay. Stoker's leading us around, so that means people assume we're good until they realize otherwise. Right. Next thing to happen, we get not a square. Is it a triangle? No, it's not a triangle. It's good. It's a circle. More character stuff. What do we got? Give me blue. Oh, okay. Character development. Okay. One of our characters needs to develop. That's a weird thing to happen now. Is this like the first time the first time Stoker's talked to somebody like outside of the train or something, and they get to learn a bit about the outside world, and they're like, oh, what's this? I don't know. You think Magma City would be an early mid-game sort of location? I was gonna say Magma City's probably not gonna be our first stop. That's a bit overkill. Yeah, probably. I mean, we could do, you know, it doesn't have to be big character development. It just needs to be enough. You know, bearing in mind that character development also counted for, oh, we just realized that we're all from the same orphanage and our memories are being erased by monsters in our head. That counts as character development. I think that also counted as mystical mumbo jumbo, but where is Mushroom Friend? Mushroom Friend's also with us. They're also on the train. And they're just curious as to what we're doing, so they're following us around. They're just trying to get to the next stop. They've got messages to send. Like Stoker doesn't know anything outside the train, so he gets to learn more. Mo talks a bit about the things they've learned. Oh, that's nice. Baker suddenly remembers they have a fear of trains. Just completely got caught up in this whole thing. It's like, I don't like how quickly it's moving. I like that. Especially if the train is going to be like our base for operations for the whole thing. It gets motion sick, yeah. Yeah. Yuffie from, what do we call Yuffie? Terry Ninjessie. Miss Terry Ninjessie, yeah. She gets, in Final Fantasy VII, she gets motion sick on the high wind. We're on a train. Here's my terrible drawing of a train if you want to see it from the first stream or the 0th stream. Well, that's an autosave icon. Oh, you're talking from the point of view of Brad. I've just realised brain's not working. Don't worry about it. Never knew that before because he never got on a train. Yeah, it's like, this is a very cramped building, isn't it? Why is it very, you know, why are all the runes in a line? Wait, hang on, it's moving. So yeah, we're just sort of walking through the trains at the moment. Think you got sick on the ship too if you get her before going on the ship, unless you remember wrong? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Do you know, I never made that connection. How many times have I played that game? Loads. Giro, certified, more observant than me. As if that needed certifying. This is a really weird time to have character development, given that all our characters have done so far is been introduced to us. Big ol' hat. Big ol'... She still hasn't had time to straighten out her hat. Medical knowledge activate. Of that observant, you only remembered because you mentioned her getting motion sickness. Oh, I mentioned her getting motion sickness. Yeah, but you still observed it when it happened, to the point that you remembered it and it stayed in your brain. There's a difference between recall and observation. They're two different types of memory and intelligence. So there. I've forgotten how to draw. That's a good thing to happen, right? I really must stop drawing details before I've done the whole sort of thing. Gotten the gist of the life drawing. By which I mean any life drawing. God, I'm out of practice. They're like, let's get to know each other and play 20 questions, and someone's deep trauma comes up and everyone's like, ugh. Actually, Mo getting to heal Brand with motion sickness is a bit of character development, especially as you got Stoker asking her how she knows this stuff. That's okay, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, can do that. So like, hey, she plucks one of the multiple things cultivating in her hat. Because here, let me just crush this up and mix it with this. And Stoker, could you go in the back of my in my backpack and grab me something that looks like a small phial of purple liquid? What's purple? Why are your wrists so small? Why are your fingers so big? Why is your hand the wrong way round? Let me just start it again. Right, I want it sort of like that. Let's do it like this. Ends up just being ginger tea. Look, she knows when medicine is necessary and when it's not necessary. I've also just realised that a lot of these characters are wearing some sort of bandana. This is the problem. Okay, problem number one I have discovered with this draw through is that we come up with a better idea for what I should be drawing while I'm still drawing idea number one. Bandanas are Kristen's belts. No. Ponytails are my belts. Hey, people making the same joke. What are bandanas but hair belts? Yeah, fair. I have no argument to this. Always do belts too low. Yeah, the big boots. Okay, so this is, I mean, I guess in the story so far we haven't actually yet been introduced to Mo's like abilities and stuff like that. So I guess that's what sort of happens here is we get to see Mo in action. What it's saying is we need someone with 10 bandanas. Yes. Wait till Final Fantasy 16 comes out. Oh, I guess Kingdom Hearts 4. Here's a character whose dress is made out of belts. Exactly. Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah. You say reveal. I have to type it in. What is it? Car underscore grow. There we go. It should be there within 5 seconds. There it is. Good. I was quite pleased with that symbol because it's sort of like a wispy question mark coming out of the head. You can't see behind the scenes? Well, they shouldn't call it scene. What? The cult is sentient. They're just always having a good time. All I know is that I'm magically making this all appear. I mean, I can magically make this appear. Like that. Eventually, there. See? The story bodes well. How do I do characters from the side when I don't know what their noses look like? That'll do. Oh, you're very small, Stoker. Suddenly tiny. How to hands? This is how hands. Stoker is small, but not that small. Yes, they have a bit of initial rapport over their mutual love of bandanas, and then the whole travel sickness scene occurs. Meanwhile, Gil is also there. Gil does not develop his character. Gil simply is. By the way, while I'm oh yeah, for feet. While I'm drawing all this, feel free to come up with, like, you know, other things that are happening in these scenes. You support Gil just being. Gil likes just being. Gil's just reading in the newspaper. They've got to keep up with things so that they know how to efficiently deliver letters. Yeah, I should get rid of that character death. It might confuse people. But just know I can make it appear at any time. Yeah, so that's happening. They're also not walking on the same plane. That's fine. A little bit of perspective. Never hurt anyone. Gil joined our party to deliver mail. They first need to get involved with the characters more. Yeah. They didn't really join our party as much as they're just going the same way we are. It's better to travel in groups, I guess. How do you draw this? Trying to plan out a pose before I draw the whole thing. It's not going well. Don't worry about it. Don't know what a big mushroom person fears, but it must be very scary. Fire? Da-na-na. Your villain idea, the chef who cooks his people. What? Oh, the mushroom. So I thought you just meant in general. Brad is not faring well. Sorry, it took a moment for me to remember how aprons work. And then there was silence. Does Loaf, as Brad's familiar, also get no motion sickness? No. Loaf is here as moral support. Yeah, it's like a, you know, you got a kind of in simpatico thing, but you're not physically linked, as it were. You don't all feel the same stuff. Sorry, trying to draw a design to frame a thing. Yeah, that is a sentence. Sorry, my brain just didn't pass. It's not your strong suit, and it's stealing all your brain strength. Think enough for him to know how Brad's feeling. Oh, absolutely. I mean, dogs know that anyway. Dog of all animals, dogs. Dogs will know when humans are feeling bad. Either for the purposes of exploiting it, or helping. Depends how well that dog's been brought up. This isn't even a particularly good drawing, and yet here I am doing it. It's fine. What is going on with your body, Brad? Has anyone asked you if you need physical help, medical attention? And not for the motion sickness, but for the fact that your body just doesn't make sense. That's a little bit more sense. Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's haggard. It's not doing good. Sure is a pose, is it? I don't think we can be that generous. It's a collection of lines. It's almost cubism. And I mean that as an insult. This is just a random box. It's a pose. Knife emote. Kajiro has moved boxes. Kajiro is now in here. Do you think Gil has trouble getting through some of the doorways? That's exactly what I was thinking, actually. So I do not know how your head works getting through narrow doorways. I imagine it just squidges up. It's fine. There's no bone in there. Gil is confused when humans find it difficult to get in tight spaces, because Gil can just squidge. It was like, there, human. I have it on experience that when humans do this sort of thing, they're not in the mood to pay you for your delivery, so that this must be bad. Let me sing you a song of healing. What? Ooh. Ooh, would you look at that? That's a very fancy thing. What's happening with old Gil here? I wanted to draw Gil. So, that's what's happening with old Gil. Gil sassing? I mean, it's less sass and more like... The mushroom people, their entire method of civilization is different to ours, and it's not reasonable to assume that they react to situations in the same way we do. So, you know. Pretty much all they know about humans is from their work. Very much taking all of your thought to accomplish. It's taking all of your thought not to make it amazing. It's more amazing than it is. You gotta hold back, because otherwise the internet would explode. Mrs. showing off. I know. Here's me trying to do bad drawings, and Mrs. just invading with good stuff. It's terrible. He takes it off. Maybe. I don't know how it works. Could do. Maybe that's what Gil's saying, is like, if you're having trouble with your head, you can always take it off. Do you want me to help? Also, apologies for keep saying him. I don't know why I wrapped Gil in warm clothing. I like the idea of it. Was Gil wearing trousers? I can't remember. Apparently not. Okay, cool. Today I learned Gil is not wearing trousers. Legs are also a lot shorter than I remember. So okay, we get a bit of character development. We learn a bit about Mo and inexplicable ability to just know the solution to any medical problem that comes her way. We get a little bit of Stoker learning about the outside world and seeing what a frog is. Turns out he quite likes frogs. We discover that Brad is very bad on trains. Anything moving. It's the Donald Duck view on nudity. Shirt equals fine. If it's fine for a duck, it's fine for a mushroom. That's you know, I've been saying that through my whole life. You know, I've got it embroidered on my wall. If it's good enough for a duck, it's good enough for a mushroom. Yeah. Gil, I understand your colour from. I understand by your colour you're unwell. I am told Pat's comfort. Pat. There, be comforted. Now please stop making these noises. We learn the Gil can take off their cap. Lots of character development. Gil knows about humans. Someone embroidered that. Cross stitch. It's yeah. Don't worry about correcting that because that's what I thought you meant anyway. See, it doesn't matter if you use the wrong word around somebody who doesn't know the difference between the words. If you just talk to idiots your whole life, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake. So yeah. And that's why it's so enjoyable when I talk to myself. Because I never notice any of my mistakes. What are we doing? Right, that happened. We're learning a little bit about the characters. They're getting on well. They're getting on grand. They're coming along well, or whatever. I guess we can get another Cymbeline. See what else is happening on this train. And it's not that. It's not one of those. Is it? If it's another circle. It's another. It looks like it's another circle. Well. Well. Who are we designing now, eh? There are other symbols, I promise. There are 16 of them. Oh, whoops. No one saw that. New friend joins the party. No, we're just meeting new people. New friend joining the party is green. So, that's what the plus is for. This is just we're meeting more people on the train. So presumably we're going to meet the person who's in charge of the shipment, right? All the boss fights are going to be in the final chapter, calling it now. I believe the statistical bias means that there are going to be... It's more likely that there's going to be boss fights at the end, in the last column. But other than that, it is... As far as every other column is concerned, the symbols are completely random. According to a statistical likelihood, so it's less likely that death will appear than we meet a new character or whatever, but nonetheless, they're all likely to be there. Means our first bad guy, maybe. Introducing our first villain. Maybe we'll fight them. This is where we meet our Turks. Maybe. Right, well, what are we doing? We've got 5 minutes to work this out. I don't know what I'm doing. The Adrian von Ziegler has gone quiet. There is music, it's just really quiet. So presumably it's the person... We want to resolve this whole medicine thing. Hang on, I've got to do the thing. Definitely bad guys / gals / peeps. Oh, hang on, that's not... Oh, jump, meat, not new, meat. There we go. Or bad girl, yeah, exactly. Or bad goat. Or Catoblepass. Or, you know, maybe it can be a bait and switch. Yeah, exactly. It could be a gender non-conforming worm. I don't think that's what switch means. I was trying to make a joke. Person. Okay, well, I'll start with that. Person. The person happens to be in charge of what happens on the train and decides to help you, but in the long run. I think the people in charge of the train are the train dads, but this is the person in charge of the shipment. I've been trying to make a lot of jokes this stream. I've been trying to make a lot of jokes my whole life. Approximately 0.5% of them actually come out properly. Oh, I read that as run, so it's fine. Wait, no, your sentence is bad. I don't know, maybe this is something to mull over for next time? Because I have no ideas of how to actually develop this. But bad. That's double bad. That's, yeah, no, jokes. It's just like, the joke center of my brain is just shutting down. Your first instinct was call suit lady. That's fair. That's a good instinct. I can draw a cool suit lady. We could have more than one character here. We can think about it between streams, but I'll draw a cool suit lady. What kind of cool suit lady? Are we doing like austere? Are we doing relaxed? Are we doing feisty? Typical 3 people to be our consistent baddies. Do you have to introduce them all now? Also, there are 4 Turks, so we can have 4 if we want. Let's have 1 each. Everybody design a character. Doesn't have to be human. They're all going to be wearing suits. We can introduce one of them now. They decide to help now only so they can betray later. Oh, okay. I was going to say it's slightly more difficult to make that work the other way around. I'm going to help you, but I'm just going to wait. I like that idea. Just a character who's like, I'm going to help you, but I'm not going to tell you when. Okay, cool suit. What? I do like the idea that we all get one character in this, though. That we all get to design a villain. That's just an NPC quest. No, I just like the idea that a character follows you around. So I'm gonna help you. Not now. No, I'm gonna help you though. I'm gonna do it when you least expect it, and they just keep saying it all the way through. Design a villain, you say? Yeah. Why not? So we've got a bunch of villains guarding all of the medicine so that we can't take it. May or may not be a boss fight soon. Who knows? Design a suit villain. It can be anything you want. Doesn't have to be human. But yeah. You don't have to, obviously, if you're not artistic, you can feel free to just write and describe. You got 1. No conjoined twins or anything like that. That's cheating. It's heard the calls, yes. Just suit villain. Suit is required. Although you do get to design the suit. I will try and make them coherent as coherent as I can in the final version, which is obviously going to be the most detailed, the most, the best drawings you've ever done seen. But yeah, okay, cool. Everyone's got homework. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's a nice idea. Can one be big and armored like the bodyguard of the suit lady? If you want to design that, that's fine. Am I alright there? No, I never am. It's fine. 2.5 years, my brain's melting, it's fine. So, with that in mind, didn't really do much today, but I think we got like 5 symbols. How does one draw? You get a pencil, you scribble some lines, you hate everything you've done ever in your life, and then you do it again. And you keep doing it for about 12, 15 years, and eventually someone might compliment it, and that's enough to keep you going for another 12 or 15 years. Got it, it's Warhammer. Fair enough. You also throw it out in the void and hope one of your artist friends draws it. That's plausible. Over and over again. Yeah, so that was that. I guess we got somewhere. We met new friends. We met Train Dad. We designed Sir Steamsworth. Stoker's now part of our party, which is good because I was actually quite worried we designed a character who would just never join. Your first thought, I'm going to draw a disabled suit villain. Second thought, suit disabled, you're going to make designing this hard for yourself. Yeah, you can make that work. I mean, depending on the disability, if they're in like a wheelchair or something like that, or they got some sort of assisted walking thing, you could, you know, make the design of that fit and have it all themed. It could be cool. Anyway, sorry, my brain just went on a tangent there and started designing things. You know what? I'm not all right. Yeah, inexplicably, today has been a weird day, and I'm glad that came across on the stream. Yours is just gonna have a cloak. Ooh, fancy. This is gonna be a big carriage. It's magic and steampunk world, so it can have gadgets and all sorts. Oh yeah. You send hugs and tiffin. What is tiffin? 2 ashes. Get some sleep. I always get sleep. I'm never sleep deprived because my body just shuts down if it needs sleep. And it's like, you're going to sleep now. It's like, okay. But it's 8:30. You're going to sleep now. I think it's more, I need something other than this room. Maybe. You know, I think, you know, I went for a walk a couple of weeks ago, and I think I'm right in saying that was the first time I'd been for a walk for a year. So, yeah, a little bit of cabin fever. You wish that were you. Yeah, I mean, you waste so much time sleeping though. Just, oh, that looks nice. Oh, my granddad makes those. That's what it's called. I didn't know that's what it was called. Lovely. Some more walk-ins would probably be nice. There's also just nowhere nice to walk. Well, there's a small country village near, which is nice. But every other direction are main roads and industrial estates. So it's like, okay, I can go for a walk in the village or noise. And I've been around that village so many times. That's why that's why you have learned to work on 5 hours. I would just be dead. Yeah, thank you for coming along. I hope people are enjoying this. I'm sorry this one was a bit lacking in content. I designed a robot. That's something. Yeah, we really didn't do anything, did we? It's fine, we're on a train now. And it's a friendly train, generally speaking. There are maybe some not friendly people on it, but you know, it's not full of monsters, so. It was a good stream. I'm glad people are having a good time. I'm glad people are getting interactive with this as well, and we can find ways for people to, you know, get their ideas in there. We've got Train Dads in there as well, which is cool. Shout out, we got to see you draw Train Dads, it was great. I'm glad. They were not contorted beyond recognition, so that's a plus. Kiro has knife. 6 is the minimum you need to have to fight exhaustion off for long periods on a purely biological level. Righto, I literally stifled a yawn while saying that. Sorry you're not feeling top notch, sorry for the stream. It's not that I'm not feeling top notch, it's just that for some reason I'm a bit loopy. I don't know why. I don't know, I had quite a big lasagna before stream. I don't know if that's anything to do with it. Maybe I'm just in a weird mood. Cabin fever? Yeah, probably. It happens, you felt that way streaming before. Oh, I've loads of streams I've had that have been absolute nonsense. Most of them, to be honest. I don't know why people are still watching. But thank you anyway. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your company and your ideas and having a good chat. Yeah, thanks for coming along. Tomorrow, what do we do the thing? We do the thing. It's that thing. Swoosh. There we go. Games. I don't know if we're going to carry on with Wilmot's Warehouse. I only did it on Saturday because I had a headache and I wanted to play something simple. But we might carry on with it. Why not? If you want to watch me organize boxes. I don't know if that's an entertaining thing to watch for more than one stream, you know? Go outside, have a walk, scream your fears and anxieties to the skies. Again, I'm surrounded by people. And, you know, I don't like making noise. As somebody who does a lot of music, the fear of making noise is always problematic. Particularly when I used to be a drummer. But, yeah. Words. Thanks for coming along. Hope you have a wonderful time. Hope you have a great week ahead of you. And yeah. Maybe Wilmot's Warehouse tomorrow, maybe something completely different. Hopefully I'll work it out in the meantime. I've got some October comics to draw because I'm behind because I was doing some work for a friend. So yeah. Hope everyone has a good time. Look after yourselves. Design your villain. Build a villain. It's like build a bear, but villainous, I guess. Yeah. Have a wonderful time. Look after yourselves. No, you have a great week. You. I'm looking at you, Kira. You have a great week. Okay. Everyone else too, but particularly Kira. Look after yourselves. Goodbye.